Hey guys, today we're going to talk about ankle sprains, ankle explanation and likelihood of ankle sprains. An ankle sprain is an injury when you roll, twist, or turn your ankle the wrong way. This is when you stretch or tear the ligament that holds the bone together. Okay, now everyone knows what an ankle sprain is. Either you have had an ankle sprain or you have known someone that's had an ankle sprain before. That's why researchers have said approximately 28,000 Americans sprain an ankle each day, and some individuals will not seek professional help for, for an ankle sprain. Why wouldn't people seek professional help for an ankle sprain? Well, it depends. It depends on how severe their ankle sprain is. If they have a mild ankle sprain, then people would rather be at home doing self-treatments than going to a clinic and getting treatments done by a physical therapist at a clinic. If you would rather just stay at home, the type of treatments that are done at home for mild or moderate ankle sprains is the Rice method. The Rice method is resting, icing, compressing, and elevating your ankle. Resting is the key for healing. You can either wear a brace or a boot to stabilize the ankle. Ice, it helps with pain and swelling. Compression helps stabilize the joint and may reduce some swelling, like you can wrap an elastic bandage around the ankle. And elevation. Elevation reduces the fluid from the joint. So, but also has been told that you can use heat to be able to speed up your healing process because it increases the blood flow and it also helps relax the tight muscles in the ankle. But they recommend to use a hot pack when you're completely not swelling and only use it for 15 to 20 minutes a time. What is the cause of an ankle sprain? The cause of an ankle sprain can be when you fall and twist your ankle while walking or jogging on uneven ground. So say you can just be walking down the sidewalk and you just slipping, your foot will slip into a hole. That's one way you can sprain your ankle. Symptoms and diagnosis. As you can see, there are three types of ankle sprains. You have grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3 ankle sprains. These three types of ankle sprains are determined by x-rays or MRIs that are done by doctors. So a grade 1 ankle sprain, as you can see, is an overstretched or partially torn ligament. The symptoms that come with it are pain, swelling, and instability. And the recovery time is normally around 2 to 3 weeks. A grade 2 ankle sprain. It is an incomplete ligament tear, and the symptoms that come with it are pain, swelling, bruising, and tenderness. The recovery time for a grade 2 ankle sprain is roughly around 4 to 6 weeks. As you can see in the picture above, that these are the ligaments that are incompletely torn, not completely torn. The last grade ankle sprain we have is a grade 3 ankle sprain. A grade 3 ankle sprain is a full tear of one or more ligaments in the ankle, and it comes with severe pain, swelling, bruising, and tenderness of the ankle. As you can see, that since this ankle sprain is a complete tear of the ligaments, the recovery time is going to take a little bit longer. It takes up to 3 months or more, depending on how your ankle is and if you are doing the treatments correctly. A grade 3 ankle sprain is normally done by a physical therapist and not normally done at home. There are 3 phases to full recovery, and these phases are rehabilitation, balancing and stretching, and range of motion. The first phase that we have is rehabilitation, And the type of methods that are used for rehabilitation is the price method. The price method is a 5-step process that leads up to the second phase to be able to start stretching and balancing the ankle. And to be able to do that, you have the price method, which is protection, rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Protection is you can use a brace or a boot depending on how bad the sprain is on your ankle. And also, if it's really bad, if it's a really severe ankle sprain, then crutches will be recommended. Rest. Resting means avoid all activities that will make the sprain worse. Meaning, even if you're walking on an ankle and it's making it and the pain worse, it's best to not walk on it because you're slowing your healing process down. Ice. You can put ice on the ankle for 10 to 20 minutes for 2 to 3 hours a day. And it will reduce the swelling and be able to help the ankle. Compression. You can use ankle taping or you can use an elastic band to wrap it around your ankle. Elevation. Elevation also is used to reduce swelling and keep the fluid off the joint, which is you can put it on something like a pillow or anything that's not laying like flat on the ground. It would be best for the ankle to be lifted up off the ground. The second phase is stretching and balancing. Since you're getting out of the phase one, which is with rehabilitation, your ankle should be getting more better where you can be able to stretch and balance on your ankle. So with the sprained ankle, you should be able to be stretching for 2 to 4 weeks. And the muscle that you are focused on is the Achilles tendon. The Achilles tendon, how you can stretch that is you can use a towel stretch or you can do a standing calf stretch. As you see in the picture on the right side, you can see that they are doing plantar flexion and dorsiflexion with a band and using eversion and inversion with the band to be able to get those muscles moving around and stretched out around that joint. The third phase is range of motion, and how you can do range of motion is by tracing your toe like you doing the alphabet 1 to 3 times, and you can move your knees side to side while sitting in the chair for 3 minutes. Balancing is also good, and it's another and also part of the second phase where it can help lead to full recovery. Balancing, you should be able to balance at least once a day for a minute. So, for example, you will have to stand on that injured foot while holding your arms out to your side with your eyes open for 60 seconds to help with your balancing. As was used in sports, you would normally see like a wobble board or a stool where athletes will stand on their injured ankle and throw a ball on a trampoline for a minute because it is helping their balancing. Prevention from ankle sprains. To prevent yourself from getting an ankle sprain, you can try ankle taping, stretching the ankle for exercises. Ankle exercises, wear proper shoes while exercising, meaning don't be wearing flip-flops, sandals, dress shoes, anything that will make your feet uncomfortable while you're exercising. And also, you should avoid uneven grounds. As I said in the last slide about the ankle taping, if anyone doesn't know about any ankle taper and I haven't seen it before, I have a video that I can show you guys how ankle taping looks like. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching.